have a good marriage that you want great? Well, I'm going to give you 20 steps to a great marriage. Number 1, if you think about premarital sex and you're not married yet, don't have premarital sex. The statistics show that it means a much higher chance of a successful marriage if you don't go there. Number 2, the same thing, don't cohabitate. Now maybe you're already married, so let's just back up a little bit. If you cohabitate, it doubles your chance of divorcing your spouse. Do you want it doubled? That's pretty extreme. Number 3, for those of you who are married, remain faithful to your spouse. Nothing rings the death toll of marriage like cheating on your spouse. It is so hard to get back that trust. Number 4, stay away from pornography. It's the fastest growing reasons couples divorce today, and now more and more women are engaging in this addiction. Number 5, stay sober and don't start using drugs. Even if there are a lot of prescription drugs, be careful. Moderation helps you to make better decisions. If you've got to take some drugs, it's understandable if they're prescribed by your doctor, but please be careful. It'll ruin a marriage. Number 6, marry for all the right reasons. You should marry someone because you believe God is calling you to do just that, and because you love them and they're drawing you closer to God. Marrying someone merely because you have strong emotions about them, which will eventually go away, by the way, or because they're good looking, which also, that won't last forever, isn't the best idea. Number 7, continue to communicate and to work on communication. Communication is a learned skill and one that we are never quite perfect at. So learn how your spouse wants to communicate with you and work on it together. Marriage Encounter is awesome for this. Number 8, set boundaries on your work. There's nothing wrong with being rich. There's nothing wrong with being successful, but if achieving this costs your family life, it's not worth it. Number 9, learn to be selfless. Our job is to live for other people in our house, not just for ourselves. Now, I know you got to carve out some times for prayer and maybe a little bit of time for exercise and a little bit of time for being alone, but learn to be selfless. Number 10, share a family plan on money. Money is the number one reason that couples argue. It can create additional stress. If there's no shared plan, no expectations, talking about money regularly is really important. Number 11, tithe. The money that you have is not your own, and God lets you keep most of it. Number 12, use natural family planning. Kids are a great gift from God. Couples that use NFP are happier, they have better sex lives, they stay married more than 95% of the time. Number 13, talk positively about your spouse. If you always talk positively about them, and especially about your spouse when you're with others, it's going to spill over into how you talk with them as well. Number 14, always discuss big purchases before making them. The next time you want the new iPhone that costs like over $600, you need to ask your spouse. Number 15, spend more time with your spouse than you do with your other friends. Your spouse is your better half, so you should learn to enjoy their company more than your other friends. Now, please spend time with your other friends, but a proper balance is key. Number 16, let love mature. Let your love grow and mature into something more than just emotions or romance. Now, neither one of those is bad, but they aren't true love, which always involves choosing what is good for the other, no matter what the cost is to me. Number 17, go to church every Sunday together and pray together daily. Marriage needs God as the center to be truly God-centered, to bear all the fruit that it's intended. We need to put God into our marriage. Number 18, after kids, don't forget your spouse. Your kids are important. They demand a lot of time. But don't neglect your marriage because of them. Give it the attention it deserves for a lifetime. Number 19, this may sound a little harsh, but marry a Christian. There are certainly marriages that succeed between believers and non-believers. I understand that, but at least, the least you can do is to put Christ at the center of your marriage, and it's a big strain in your relationship if He's not there from the beginning. Finally, number 20, be open to growth and change. Say you're sorry. Humble yourself. Make changes when you ought to. And be open to what God wants you to do with your life, especially with your marriage. Follow Him closely and at all times.